everyone okay?
We are, thanks to you. Cutting it kind of close, though, pal.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I roll.
As it sped towards its November 7th release date, Sonic Forces had a great deal of momentum behind it. Its predecessor, Sonic Mania, came to consoles just 2 months before and was positively received by critics and consumers alike, with many hoping the new game would follow suit. Unfortunately, anyone looking to get the same classic experience from Sonic Forces will only be met with disappointment and regret. It's not the worst game in the franchise, but it's far from the best. Because of the clanky mechanics, underwhelming visuals, and virtually non-existent story, there's no need to rush out to pick up Sonic Forces. At their core, Sonic games are about quick and smooth gameplay. You need to feel the virtual wind in your hair, all while having decent control of the characters. This is where the game starts to fall apart. Sonic Forces doesn't lack in the speed department, but at no point do you feel like you have any sort of movement choice. In fact, more often than not, you feel like the game is playing you. There's a certain gravitational pull implemented in the mechanics that forces you forward, pun intended, and it makes for an unsatisfactory linear experience. There are often collectibles and secrets that you want to backtrack to find, but the game gently nudges you in the direction you should go, regardless if it's the direction you want to head or not. The progression isn't bothersome when moving forward in third-person view. However, the side-scrolling platformer areas are downright uncomfortable. It's important to note that I was playing Sonic Forces on the Switch. While there should be little to no difference in the controls or movement, the visuals, as expected, take quite a bit of a hit. There are far worse looking games, but at times this poor graphical effort does seem as primitive as some low-budget indie titles. There are 2 specific examples that really demonstrate how the fidelity affects the experience, with the first being the levels are not as textured as they should be. When the world isn't bright, vibrant, and clear, it makes all other aspects of the game less exciting. Secondly, the cutscenes are often dedicated to dialogue between characters with little action and momentum, which frankly comes off as lazy. On top of the jerky gameplay and mediocre visuals, Sonic Forces has a non-compelling narrative. Here, let me run down the basic plot. The iconic Hedgehog is kidnapped by Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, as the cool kids like myself call him, and with the help of a supporting crew and a Sonic from another dimension, your created character must take down the big baddie to save Sonic and the world. I wish I could tell you there was more to this story, but there really isn't. Nobody should expect world-class storytelling from a Sonic game, but there was definitely some more room for a little imagination. But hey, I don't want to mislead you into thinking Sonic Forces gets nothing right. In fact, there are quite a few positive elements in the latest installment. Remember how I mentioned your created character plays a major role in the story? Well, the ability to design Tyler the Hedgehog, or whatever you want, is a welcome new mode. Starting off, one must choose which type of animal they want, whether it's a hedgehog, wolf, dog, cat, bear, or rabbit, and then move forward to greater customization. As you accomplish certain tasks in the levels, more clothing and accessories will be unlocked. This creation mode may have been a direct service to the loyal furry fanbase, but it's for all to enjoy. Like most Sonic games, the soundtrack is mint. The main theme that plays throughout the majority of the game is melodic and memorable, and stands tall among the franchise's legendary tracks. Dubbed Fist Bump in the Western world, the track is written by 2 talented Japanese musicians whose names I don't want to butcher. Aside from the lame title and even lamer vocal version, the theme is exactly what Sonic fans have come to expect in the audio department. And hey, you'll probably find yourself humming it and the other tunes in between cursing the game. Sonic Forces had the potential and momentum needed to catapult the franchise into pop culture once again, but ultimately failed. The previous game worked as a great nostalgic throwback, and this effort should have pushed the series into uncharted territory. At the end of the day, a fun create-your-own character mode and catchy soundtrack isn't enough to make up for the uncomfortable gameplay, poor visuals, and a lackluster story. While not a downright embarrassment for Sega, Sonic Forces is too average to recommend to even casual gamers.
You're so gonna regret that. Hedgehogs don't make